month has passed and here I am making another one of these silly videos. It's kind of hard to believe that a month has gone by so quickly. It's just, yeah, pretty busy these days. And so far it's a nice summer. This past weekend was Wonder Festival in Chiba, and I could not go. I am saving my money for a trip to Australia, and so yeah, I did not go. And I would suggest checking out Tokyo Model Detective's channel, because he did do some videos of the event. So yeah, definitely check out Darren's channel there. I'll leave a link in the description or something. So yeah, it has been a very long rainy season, and normally here in Japan the rainy season lasts like within the month of June, and you know, it might spill over into July and then it just kind of, you know, clears up. This year it's been about 2 months, at least in where I live. It's just been really rainy, and every day is just gray and overcast.
Every day is like Sunday. Every day is silent and gray. Damn global warming.
So anyhow, I guess you would like to see some neat stuff. So let's get started with that now. Picked these up at my local hobby shop. These are by Doyusha. It's a display stand. Yay. So you gotta drill out a 3.5mm hole, which actually is not really convenient for me because I only have a 3mm drill bit and a 5, so that means I would need to get a new drill bit. But anyhow, you get the display stand, build it, and then you have to drill a hole in your spaceship, or your, I'm sorry, your whatever, spaceship or fighter jet or whatever. Alright, let's open one of these up. Yard. I do have immediate plans, I think, perhaps, for one of these, so. Yeah, it's just got a ball joint. And so there you go. Just kind of fit this in the, stick it in the hole, Stuart. So it should just kind of snap in there somehow, hopefully. Gosh. Okay. What the hell? Okay, it's just supposed to snap. I'm just afraid of this thing bending or something. But, jeez. I'll use my right hand. I don't like my right hand. Come on already. Come on. I gotta push it down with something other than my finger, you know? There we go. There, cool, dude. Alright. And then, so in the picture here you see like a F111 here, but maybe I could, I don't know, let's see how I can drill a hole and put this on here, maybe, perhaps. Maybe that might fit. And then, yeah. Maybe that might be better. I don't know, you have to kind of do like a balance, you know? So it's kind of difficult. Yeah, you have to figure out where the equilibrium's gonna be, but unless I do it on this tank here, that might be the best shot, perhaps. But, yeah, there you go. So 3.5mm. Yeah. Here's a solar turntable made by Platts. Or actually, maybe just Platts is the one that imports this. This is Kobo, made in China, so it might be a Chinese company. Yeah, it says right there, Kobo. So, yeah, Platts is a big local distributor of a bunch of foreign kits and such. Well, let's take this out. Solar powered. Dude. Yeah, make sure I got plenty of light. It's not moving. Just give it a little, get it started. Oh, okay, it's going. It's going. This is what I wanted to use for my photo gallery here of my resin figure, eggplant girl figure. That looks nice. This is really cool. I received my package from HDA Modelworx. So in this package, I ordered the Paragraphics TIE Fighter photo etch set for the fine molds, the 1/48 scale fine molds TIE Fighter. Very, very, very cool. That's beautiful. Look at that. Okay, and I also got the 1/48 scale X-Wing photo etch. Now this is for both the Bandai and the fine molds, or Revell, whatever, but it's fine molds. And check this out. So you got some of these ladders, which I probably won't use. These are pretty interesting for the engine cans here. Some different detail. I think these are for the ladders, I guess. This looks like it's the underside of the X-Wing. Some detail there. I'm not really sure what's going on with that and why it's preferable, but this is what's really, really cool. Now for the fine molds, because the cockpits are shaped differently, right? But so you got the fine molds cockpit detail and the Bandai cockpit detail. And so if you want to light your kit, you would be using these, definitely. So yeah, you can use basically you can use this. I would maybe say just use like these details for the fine molds, and then for the Bandai probably the details are pretty sufficient as it is. Just use this for lighting the cockpit. Now Chris Olsen, the guy who did those really, really fantastic builds for the Bandai 48 scale X-Wing and the fine molds 48 scale TIE Fighter, he used both of these, and he was my inspiration for getting these, because I want to light up both of those kits that I have. So Mark at Event Horizon, he got me the Revell repop of the fine molds TIE Fighter, because I just can't find it. You can still find the 72nd scale TIE Fighters by fine molds somewhat easily, like on Yahoo auctions or whatever here in Japan, but the 48 scale TIE Fighters are rather difficult to come by. So yeah, thanks again, Mark, if you're watching, for getting me the Revell version. So yeah, Chris Olsen, he said he just used this and then sold the rest. That's what he told me when I asked him a question. So he doesn't have the Revell, so yeah, I'm gonna definitely use this, and maybe eventually I might get the the Bandai one. So there you go, 2 different photo sets, and that is really super cool. This is just looks like it's just cardboard boxes. I don't think there's any sort of decals or anything in here. Let's take a look here. Just no, just some instructions. That's all. Instructions on where the parts go. So you're gonna have to cut this stuff out, and you know, if you want to be lighting up the Revell fine molds version, that would be the way to go, I imagine. So very cool. Neat. Alright, so let's move on. Now these are what I had ordered on my own. And this is what I really wanted. Pulse fading LEDs. Looks like this bag needs to be opened. Okay, well, I may do so. And it has the proper resistors. Now, if you remember, if you've been watching my channel for a long time, I started doing that Space Wolf by Captain Harlock, but I had a big plan on what I wanted to do with the Canon, and I wanted to use a pulsing. Oh my gosh, that is so cool! Look at that. That is so cool. That is nice. Alright, that is what I wanted. So, he doesn't have too many different colors. I just got the regular white. And because I want to make it blue, so I'm just be painting it with clear blue. And he gave me some freebies here. Got SMD LEDs 0402. Thank you, Jerry. Severely neat stuff. 0402 blue and green. Oh my gosh. He knows what I want. Alright, so this is a freebie here. He gave this to me. I told him I was interested in getting this, but I was going to hold off on it. This is the green strawberry photo etch for the Star Destroyer hangar bay. This is the Zvezda Star Destroyer. Very cool. Now, I had earlier this year, I had received the actual kit that was kind of halfway built, and the guy had kind of given up on it. So now I have the photo etch. This is really cool. So what he did was he had I think they're made by Falcon 3D Parts. He had like a 3D printed hangar bay, and it was okay, but the detail is just not as cool as this. Now I'm gonna forego all of those, like those sticks popping out of the shield generator domes and all that kind of stuff. Not really so much interested in that kind of stuff, but for the hangar bay, this is really fantastic looking. So I am very happy about this. So I hadn't really planned on doing a video of the Zvezda Star Destroyer because I've already seen so many fantastic builds that I'm just like, I probably wouldn't even get close to it, to what other people have done. But since I have this, I'm at least going to do a video of installing this and, you know, having this get this to work. So that's really fantastic. I do have the new Bandai. It's kind of small, unfortunately, but the lighted Star Destroyer that's coming out, I think, at the end of August. I got that. I'm going to get that through Tokyo Model Detective. So, okay, I'm going to show you kits that I've gotten. Alright, if anybody wants to accuse me of being a Hasegawa fanboy, please be my guest, because I pretty much am. Hasegawa can just they seem to not ever run out of reasons to take my money. Alright, so this is Claire Frost 12th scale resin figure kit. Bike not included, of course. Just got like a transfer on tattoo or whatever. Yeah, I don't like tattoos. I'm not going to use that deco. So anyhow, here we go. There's the side, and yeah, nothing on that side. Here we go. So here's a image of the finished kit. I think it'd be really cool to do this in the gloss, as you see in the picture. Use gloss paints, and this is kind of interesting. In the sculpting here, I noticed it's got some. She's rocking some VPL here. That's pretty cool detailing, I would say. Okay, and oh yeah, there you go. There she is on the inside there. Okay, and as with the other kits, the bubble wrap has little pink hearts. Isn't that cute? Of course it is. Shut up. And here we have the eye decals, and so you got the white here that goes across here, and then you got these two. Looks like AV or something, but that's what these are here that go on here. So you got like the X pattern on both parts here, and two choices of eyes. You got the straightforward or looking off to the side. And of course you have instructions. Let's tear into this. Oh my gosh. By the way, I am currently working on the bikini, the summer bikini. What's her name? Ray Husney. I'm working on that figure. So, and they've just announced another one of these resin figures for September. I'm looking forward to that. Alright, so here are the parts. And, that's cool. Let's open this up. Dude. Okay, so both her and the Amy McDowell that I showed last time, they are wearing like racing outfits. So there you go. She's wearing like kind of like a low-rise panties, it looks like, maybe. I guess you can see the panty line going along here. Or actually, maybe not. Maybe that's just the wrinkles, I guess. But that looks like panties are going along out of her butt crack near her. And her legs are gonna go in here. Gushing. Forearm, feet, and legs. Gushing. Right. So this goes in here, and then she has one foot kind of sticking out to the back here. She's like stepping forward, I guess. That is pretty cool. And the other bag contains her hair and her arms. Okay. Okay. So yeah, she's still got these little pigtail kind of things on the sides of her hair. So these are, and her arms. So I was thinking maybe her head might come separately or something, but that's not the case. You would have to paint her flesh tone and then mask it off apparently and do the rest, but this will be easy to mask off, her midriff, but down in here it might be a little bit difficult. And then the arms, of course, can be just put in separately. See, it's just gonna go like that. She's holding her hair back. Really cool. And here's her hair. Goes like so. Of course, I would have to remove this stuff here. There. There. That works better. So yeah, pretty cool. Pretty darn freaking cool. So I know Hasegawa and Aoshima, they make 12th scale motorcycles, so you can, if you want to, you could put these decals on those bikes. So, and just like you see in the picture here, that says Tamago right there. So, anyhow, that is super cool. Let me clean this up. I'll show you the next kit. Now, this is a very gibungus box here. Oh my gosh. So, this is the Crusher Joe 400 scale Minerva. The old Takara kit was 500 scale. This is 400 scale. Very freaking cool. And it has 400 scale Fighter 1 and 2, as well as the Galleon tank, that's what it's called. So, this is pretty cool. I was looking forward to this. And now I've got it. Let me move my tripod here. I need to get a better camera mount for the table here. So anyhow, let's move this open. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So I guess I might show here. It's just got pictures of the completed models here. Isn't that nice? Okay. This is just amazing. Oh my gosh. Now I thought that this was going to be maybe a clear piece or something, right? I thought that this was like maybe a window or something or other on either side, but apparently not. There's no clear piece for the bridge view screen either. That is kind of disappointing. So I looked at this a little bit when I got this a couple nights ago, and it does not have any clear parts at all, unfortunately. Now here is the Fighter 2, and then the blue one, that's the Fighter 1. That is pretty freaking cool. And they just come in solid one piece each, right? That's pretty cool. And this is the stand. So, and I think this is maybe the bridge? Yeah, this is the bridge. I'm going to go ahead and open up this bag here. I already watched one unboxing video. A Japanese guy. Apparently he must have inside connections, or maybe he is a part of the industry and that's how he got his so quickly, I suppose. But yeah, this is Fighter 2, and here is Fighter 1. Okay, very cool. Now, so yeah, this is the bridge here. It's just solid. There's no way to do a clear insert piece there at all, which is kind of unfortunate, but oh well. Yeah. And these, I think, what? I don't know what those go to. Yeah, I couldn't tell you what that goes to. Let me point this down here. Okay. Okay. Let's open this bag up. Oh, this is cool. Okay. Wings, obviously. Cool. Engines. Hold on. Alright, so this is a 3mm LED. Okay. Perhaps if you drill it out from the... See? I don't know, man. Yeah, I guess it'll go all the way in there. I guess that'll work. Huh. If you're gonna light this, let's see what you want to do here. Bum bum bum. You could just have, don't even drill anything. Perhaps and just have the light coming in from that way, maybe. I don't know. I mean, it is white plastic, so I mean that is a possibility. I don't know. Okay, now we got this part here, and ooh, that might be a little bit difficult. You might need to chop a lot of that out of the way, but I suppose you could just light it that way, right? Just have the light shining through the white plastic, perhaps. It's possible. So, but yeah, that's that. Okay. Gosh. Okay. I think this is the bottom. Yeah, these must be like the missile hatches and such. And so the kit has options for like laser cannons that pop up and all that kind of stuff, like right here. So you can build it just plain. It kind of looks like a split base shuttle, right? Or you can have it with all the guns popping out. These are the landing gears. This looks like the wheels and such. So if you have it posed on the stand, if you want to have it in flight, you just don't even bother with these parts. So yeah, lots of various colored plastic pieces. Okay. And this is looks like some sort of a viewport in the back of the ship, perhaps. I don't know. And the decals. There you have them. Okay. Cool. Now, I do have a book.
Book.
I showed this in a previous update. This is the Crusher Joe mechanic art book. And so it's got some, I wouldn't say diagrams, but you know, you got this. There's nothing that really says what these things are. I thought they were windows or something, but I just don't know. I was thinking that they might be clear pieces. I mean, you could try casting them in clear resin or something. Just use some UV resin, perhaps. I don't know. But, there you go. Doesn't really say. Oh, but this has like the guns that pop up. See, like the little hatch that opens up and the gun pops out. That's pretty cool. Let's take a look at the instruction manual here. It says science fiction writer Haruka Takachiho, Takachiho, Crusher Joe series of novels ushered in the era of the Japanese space opera, debuting with the 1977 publication of the first installment of the series, Crisis on Solidary Planet Pizine. Yoshikazu Yasuhiko, an animator at the time, you'll know him from Gundam and such, was commissioned to do the cover art and illustrations for the novel, which went on to enjoy great popularity. A movie version appeared in 1983, and beginning in 1989, the production of direct-to-video Crusher Joe content marked a groundbreaking step in the early development of the novel-to-video genre of Japanese anime. The Crusher Joe series of novels continues to be published, and BD box sales and screenings of the animated versions continue to enjoy great popularity, with a new manga series starting in production in 2017. That's the manga I've shown in previous update videos. So yeah, this is the same guy who wrote the Dirty Pair novels as well, and Yasuhiko is the guy who did the artwork for those novels as well, but his artwork was not used for the Dirty Pair anime. They went for more standard, less distinct character designs. So it says the Minerva is the beloved ship of the Crusher Joe team, though somewhat small for a long-distance spaceship. The Minerva's airplane-like frames gives it atmospheric flight capabilities, making it an all-around high-performance craft. While it usually takes off and lands horizontally, like a normal airplane, the Minerva is also capable of VTOL performance when necessary, and its fighting abilities make it the combat equal of most cruisers. The ship features Crusher Joe's shooting star symbol on its hull sides. That's what that is. While the vertical stabilizer is emblazoned with a J. Let's see, that's where you got that here. There's the J. Signifying it's Joe's personal craft. Equipped both for space cruising and combat, and featuring accommodations for life in space, the Minerva is regarded almost as a family member by Joe and his team. So, onboard craft complement fighter, galleon, and others. Oh, that's right, I forgot to show you the galleon. Oh my gosh. So, this has some nice silver decals. These are really cool looking, nice and reflective. Here you have the cockpit for, well, like what this is for the Fighter 1 and Fighter 2, right? Or you can do them separately if you want to. Or you just put them together like that. That's whatever. You get the little white J's to go onto the Fighter 1 and Fighter 2, and you got the little 1 and 2 to do the Fighter 2 and Fighter 1 on the nose and such. Here's your J's. There's that shooting star symbol. Very cool. And here is the galleon tank. It's so small. I am almost certain we're going to see a model of this by Hasegawa. We might even have an announcement by maybe the Shizuoka Hobby Show. Or I'm sorry, the All Japan Hobby Show, maybe in Tokyo. But yeah, there you go. It's kind of small. I was wrong. These are actually missile pods. They're not landing gears. But yeah, that's pretty darn cool. Okay, so that is it for my acquisitions for this month. Just got those two model kits plus some of the other miscellaneous stuff. So next I can show you the stuff that I am working on. So let's take a look. Okay, the skyline is almost done. Almost done. And it's looking pretty good. There was like a little dust mark up here, and I buffed it down. I polished the crap out of it. I put some varnish down, so I could see. I don't know. I guess I'm just being a little bit too picky, but I can see like tiny little scratches from when I wet sanded it. But I don't know, it sure feels like really fantastic, at least. The scratches aren't really noticeable until you get like super close to it. You might not even be able to see it on camera. I really wish that this could just really be represented on camera better, because what you see is like kind of like a medium blue, but this is actually a dark blue. I know I keep saying that, but you know, whatevs. Alright, so I have not touched this in quite a while because I was just getting kind of burned out with the tinting. I tinted this blue. This is from Hasegawa. Okay, this is their, you know, it's the same kind of stuff as their chrome, what's it called, the chrome laminate finish stuff. This is clear blue finish, and that's what I did here. It's not really tinted. They used to sell some tinted stuff, but not anymore, unfortunately. So I put down this tint here. I really couldn't get the hang of the Tamiya clear smoke at all. So I put this on the window instead. I think it looks kind of cool. I guess it's not really fantastic, but whatevs, huh? I don't know. What do you guys think? See, when you put it down here, and it's gonna cover up the gaps, right? So I guess it looks all right. This should be done really soon. I would expect a video on that in August. This is done. Now, I've shown this before, and only in the updates, because I'm not doing a video on this. I'm just doing on Tumblr. This is just practice for the P40 Warhawk. Like, I've made some mistakes. Like, this should not be the cockpit green. This should match the camouflage pattern, but I didn't know about that, so I'm silly. Okay, the decals are no good. Like, the white is offset with the rest of the decal. It's unfortunate though, because like after the flat coat, these really have a painted on look to them. They look really nice. I went overboard with the weathering, because I was just kind of on purpose, because I was just trying to get a feel for how it weathers. And you'll notice that this is the Doyusha stand that I showed earlier, right? I got 3.5 drill bit, drilled a hole into the fuel tank, as I mentioned before, and there you go. Isn't that nice? The Tomcat has its paint job down, and what I have been doing is masking off. I painted that Blue Angels yellow on the tips of the vertical stabilizers. Now these are going to be black, and this is going to be like I forget, kind of a grayish black or something or other, depending on what model company gives in the painting instructions. Really depends on that, but yeah, so that's what this masking is all about. Haven't really touched the F15 very much at all. Okay, so I'm working on the Eggplane Girl, the 12th scale, the Rei Hazumi in the bikini. It's summertime after all, right? That's the Flesh Color Primer. Now, I have been also gotten back, haven't really touched this since like last summer, but with the weather being the way it is, when I get home, I don't want to do any airbrushing, right? So I've just been adding more greeblies onto this. It's not accurate, you know, I'm not trying to be accurate, I'm just having fun with this. But yeah, it's a lot more greeblier. It's not a word, but you know. Okay, so again, this is going to be lighted. So here is where the LED tape is going to be placed, okay? So yeah, I know some people have been really looking forward to seeing that progressing, and I am going to be getting back to it. I have some video footage that I recorded back in like August of last year that is going to be included into the next video. Alright, so a night or two ago, can't remember if I don't think it was last night, maybe it was, I soldered. This is my first time soldering out to LED tape. You know, I had been testing this out with the little automatic connector stuff, but I have soldered it, and I've hopefully secured it with epoxy glue. Now, as for the X-Wings, I was able to remove, so this is the old one here. Now, I have like an MPC and an AMT, right? The MPC Rebel base is different, slightly modified, I think, than the AMT repop. I have the AMT repop of like the AT-AT battle diorama, and so this is the older MPC, and I noticed that this is crisper looking, and something else is that they filled in this, there's no gap underneath here. See that? It's totally solid there. Whereas if you look at this one, this is the older one here. See, you got these holes. You got these stupid ugly holes go in here. Right there and right there. But anyhow, yeah, so apparently they kind of tweaked the tooling a little bit to make the detail crisper and improved. I was talking with Jerry. We were doing a video chat. This is like, I think, going back to about last year or so. And I was showing him how dissatisfied I was with the fiber optics, because some of them got kind of a little bit crimped, and there's some light leak, right? Because as soon as that kind of fractures a little bit, it starts leaking light, and it's not going to be as intense in all four engines. He said, hey, well, how about using some SMDs? I'm like, well, yeah, okay. So he sent me some, and I'm like, well, that's great. So yeah, I've a whole bunch of red 0402 SMDs now, and I am very happy about that. And the thing is, though, is like I had to pry this guy open, and I drilled out. I finally got around to drilling out. This is like, I think, last Sunday evening. I drilled these completely out, so now this is totally hollow all the way going through these engines here. And we can do some lighting. So check this out. Let's turn this on. This is, of course, for the Millennium Falcon. I got this red SMD. And check this out. I'm going to have lighted engines with SMDs, and it's going to look so much nicer than the fiber optics, let me tell you. It's great. Something else I did is I created some of these little flash suppressors that go on the tips of the laser cannons. And to do that, I used some wave half circle. I think this is like a 2mm half circle plastic sticks. The package I have over here somewhere. Oh crap. Oh, here it is. It's this here. It's made by Wave. These little half stick here. See, there's a little diagram to show you. Okay. So yeah, that's what I did. I just drilled into like the middle, trying to guessing where the middle was, and then I cut them down pretty close to the hole, and stuck them on here, and then dabbed some super glue on them. So now they're nice and solid. I'm very happy about that. I'm going to be doing the same thing with this one. This is the AMT kit, because I kind of screwed up a couple of them, and I remembered I had this one from the Hoth base one. So yeah, very cool. So I'm gonna paint these up. I have the decals for these as well. So that is super duper neato. Other than that, I haven't touched K yet, the Dirty Pair figures. I'm really hoping I'll have more time. I'm going to spend some time doing some modeling, maybe middle of August when I get back from Australia. So, that's a different story. And anyhow, guess that's it for what's on the bench right now. And next, how about everybody's favorite part? YouTube comments from turdcopters and crap weasels. Lots of hate mail this time. So this is a comment on the Tamiya office building open house walkthrough. This is the video that I had done. I think it was the very first year that I attended the Shizuoka Hobby Show back in 2012. It's a really old video. And it was a very busy day. That was my also like the very first day of the hobby show that I had attended. And a friend of mine and I, we went to the Tamiya headquarters building. There was a little shuttle bus that was taking people back and forth. So I just went through the building real quick. You know, it was a really busy day. I wasn't going to spend all day at the Tamiya building. And so here we have Walter D. Warmack. His his comment is like, if you're going to yank your freaking camera around like you're doing, you would have been better off leaving it at home. What you're doing is the equivalent of bringing a small child on a leash and yanking the child from place to place without actually letting the child actually see anything. Sort of the ultimate example of barely look and absolutely don't touch anything. Yeah, so this guy's like rage spaz, right? It's like, oh jeez. So I'm like, my response, you can read it below, but at the bottom you'll see, if you feel like a small child on a leash, it's apparent that you never progressed mentally from that part of your life. Golly. Get a grip. Oh. And here's another dingus. This guy, Larry Wass. This is a video of the old Oldsmobile 442 video too, in that build series. Larry Wass says, too much talk, not enough getting it done. So I'm like, yeah, learn some English before trolling me again. Less babble and get the model done. How about punctuating your sentences with a period at the end, maybe? Oh my gosh. So, yeah, as I've said before, you know, there have been build videos that just really was not doing anything for me, and so instead of like complaining about it, I just clicked away and watched something else. I mean, this guy, instead of like being this you know, demanding that I make videos to his liking, maybe he could watch, like, I don't know, cat videos. There's you know, he can go elsewhere on YouTube. I mean, there's that video of the girl who farts on cakes. I mean, he could watch that perhaps. I mean, that's kind of educational. But yet, no, he has to take the time out and just like basically just bitch and act all indignant that I actually talk during my videos. And I went through the video and I actually got a lot done in the video, and so I don't know what he's complaining about. So, you know, maybe he can just stick to at least modeling videos of when people just, they don't talk at all and they just put some music in there instead. Yeah. Well, good luck with that, pal. So that's it. I'm going to cut this video short because hopefully it's going to be like, at least under an hour this time around. Hopefully, I guess, so far. I'm busy for getting ready for my trip to Australia, and that's going to be fairly exciting. Even though it's going to be fairly uneventful, I'm going to have like an uneventful week or so in a foreign country for a change. So, and I never really thought about ever going to Australia very much. I did, from time to time have a desire to do so, and here I am. I'm going to be doing that. It's going to be work related. So if you have the idea of coming here and stealing all my neat crap, forget about it, because my mom-in-law is going to be coming and staying while I'm gone, and she is like a level 16 red mage with several hundred hit points. So I would not recommend doing anything like that. I have been working on quite a long stuff and things video, and it originally was going to be like from January to March, just covering stuff for like three months, and then maybe kind of doing it at a time. And I've fallen behind, and I never really finished a lot of it, and I need to catch up. So much is going on these days, and so yeah, that's going to be in a completely different video. If you don't like anything talking about culture and politics and all that kind of stuff, don't watch it, because you don't have to. Nobody's forced to watch any of my videos. So if you've watched my video, this one, up until now, so if you have, then thanks a lot, and I'll see you in the next one. And don't know when. You just expect in maybe the first half of August you're not going to see a whole lot of videos. Okay, so see you guys later. Bye.